Well, Jonathan Isaby is the editor of Brexit Central, and that is a pro-Leave news website. Afternoon to you, Jonathan.
Good afternoon, Sarah.
So what do you make of the announcement?
Well, what Donald Tusk has said is that he wants there to be a free trade agreement between the UK and the EU in the style of CETA+++, the CETA being the deal that was done with Canada, which is what, frankly, a lot of Brexiteers have been calling for quite a long time. So on the fundamentals, we're in a good place, but on the specifics, he said he didn't want to see the British taking a pick-and-mix attitude on all this. Well, frankly, I think he's picking and mixing himself by looking at some of the demands he's making of the UK, the things that he wants to get out of the UK, in particular access to British fish, access to the world-class British universities, while at the same time ruling out things like a deal on financial services, which obviously Philip Hammond has been talking about this afternoon.
What are the red lines? There was some wiggle room. I've also spoken to an Italian MEP about this afternoon, who seemed to suggest that there is a possibility to renegotiate or to negotiate further if Britain gives up on some of its red lines. Do you think that should happen, will happen? What would they be?
Well, look, this is the very beginning of a negotiation. What we've seen too often in recent months is that there's a pronouncement from the European Union saying what it would like to see happen, and that this is taken as some kind of gospel on a tablet of stone, as if as if it were final. What this is an opening gambit from Donald Tusk in a negotiation which is obviously going to be taking place over the coming months, and from which the UK starts in a very, very strong position. Lest we forget, the European Union is desperate to get hold of about £40 billion from the UK. It's going to have a huge budget black hole to fill after the UK's departure. And just in terms of trade generally, the EU sells far more to us than we sell to them. So if they were to not go down the route of signing a sensible deal, it would actually hit them quite hard.
I mean, both sides seem to agree that it is certainly not going to be frictionless and nobody's going to get everything that they want. But there are more people coming out of the woodwork, Jonathan, saying that economically we will be worse off after Brexit, at least in the short term.
I mean, this is absolute nonsense. No one is saying that we are going to be worse off as a country.